Good afternoon, everybody. It's Josh here from Lookin for Games. It is Friday, January 21st, 2022, and it's time for this week's weekly update. Jumping into the schedule, starting on Sunday, we're going to be kicking off our Infinity League. So this is starting at 150 points, and then it's going to grow from there. Special thank you to Jonathan from Two Raven Studios for putting together this league and coordinating it for us. Of course, this is going to be an every other week league with sessions running through into February, and then we'll be closing out with a big tournament at the end. So you really have to come out and check this out. This game has some great miniatures. It has some really rich and unique lore, something that you have to see and hear to believe. Not to mention the fantastic terrain that is designed to go with this game. So it's just a great all-around look, a great all-around game, and you'll get to see it all when you come and check out Infinity League starting on Sunday. Also on Sunday, we'll kick off our next slate of Lookin for Adventure. On Sunday, DM Dave is going to be continuing his adventures in Neverwinter, and then on Thursday, DM Evan is going to be continuing his story arc, Candlekeep Mysteries. And you can see all of that and you can sign up for all of those at warhorn.net. For game night this week, we're going to be welcoming to the table the 2 to 9 player game Colt Express. Now, Colt Express is a 3-dimensional board game where the object of the game is to rob a train. This is a programming type game where each round you're going to play cards that you intend to act on in that round. And then you try to anticipate what other train robbers are planning to do. And then from there, you're going to play out the cards one at a time and take those actions. With the long-term goal of being the most successful train robber, this thing is a really big game. It's got all of the expansions that the game has released up to this point, as well as an additional bandit. So get to see all of that available on Wednesday for game night. Of course, for whatever reason, if you're not interested or you don't get a chance to play this, we're also going to have available last week's game, Lost Ruins of Arnak, as well as any of the other games, of course, that we have available on our demo library. So come and check that out for game night on Wednesday. A couple of new things in stock from Czech Games. We've got a solo dice game called Under Falling Skies. You're going to be rolling dice and fighting off invaders from space and trying to complete your research before the mothership either reaches you or the invaders destroy your base. This is a neat little game. I'm always a big fan of solo titles. This one has a unique twist because it's a solo title with a multiplayer variant. So something a little bit different. Czech Games put some great titles out, and this one is no exception. Under Falling Skies, available in stock today. From Portal Games, the 1 to 4 player game Robinson Crusoe Adventures on the Cursed Island. Now, this is the second edition of this game, so it comes with some totally upgraded components. We'll go over those a little bit. In Robinson Crusoe, you open up shipwrecked on an island, forced to build shelter in the middle of the storm. And the question is, will you survive the first night, and what mysteries await you on this seemingly deserted island? The second edition includes custom wooden pieces, thicker cardboard character cards, over 450 edits to the cards to improve clarity. If you played the first edition, you know why those were necessary. A standardized square box used to come in a coffin box, an additional new scenario, as well as an updated rule book and art. So a lot of really cool things that have been added to this. I definitely want to give this game another try. The first time I played Robinson Crusoe was when I was just getting into board games, and that may have been a mistake. So we're excited to have that back in stock, and we're going to get that to the table at some point. Robinson Crusoe Adventures on the Cursed Island, and that's the second edition. Another title from Portal Games, Dreadful Circus. So Dreadful Circus is a 4 to 8 player game of bidding, bluffing, and set collection, with the object of the game, of course, is to have the most successful circus. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find all of the contracts, and you'll do that by bidding and bluffing your way through. Find all the contracts, and will you make your circus the most successful, or will your circus wagons carry nothing but the shame of disappointment and clowns? So that's Dreadful Circus. That's available in stock today from Portal Games. One more title from Portal, $1 Million Script. Now, moviegoers these days are a bit jaded, and Hollywood's not doing themselves any favors. So now it's up to you to find the next Hollywood blockbuster in $1 Million Script. This is a 3 to 10 player party game from Portal Games, and you're going to break into teams and try to find the best combinations of not only characters but themes and plots to impress the hard to please and short on time Hollywood executives. So, neat little title from Portal Games, $1 Million Script, available today. And I should mention that every time we bring in a new game, we always try to have demo copies of these games available for you to pull out and try on the library, as well as rent and take home yourself to try out. So all of these new titles are going to be available also in our demo library. A couple new things for Warhammer 40K. We've got the Adeptus Custodes and the Gene Stealer Cults Codex. Now, thought we were going to have these for last week, but they came in a little bit late, but we have them now, so they're here. We've also got the data cards as well as the dice sets for these two factions, the Custodes as well as the Gene Stealer Cults. Also from Games Workshop for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, we've got the Battle Box, Fury of the Deep. Now, Fury of the Deep features miniatures from the Ideneth Deepkin and the Fire Slayers. Now, I know we have a few Fire Slayer fans in our community, so this box may be exactly what you're looking for. We also have a card pack expansion for Warhammer Underworld's Harrowdeep, and it's the Illusory Might Rivals deck. And we've got some miniatures, the Black Powders Buccaneers. Finally, for Blood Bowl, we have the Nurgle Team Dice card pack and pitch and dugout set. So a little bit of everything from Games Workshop. And those are all going to be available in stock starting tomorrow. In the queue for this week, next weekend, we're going to have our next round of Star Wars X-Wing Epic Battles featuring a custom-made scenario called Squiffy the Hutt. Now, in Squiffy the Hutt, you're going to gather intel, try to take out your competitors or your friends, and make sure you transmit the data before you face the same fate. As with any of our X-Wing epics, we always try to have skirmish battles set around the perimeter and then the one big battle in the middle. So you can kind of try out some new squadrons, try out some new tactics, and then bring it all to the big table as part of the epic scenario, Squiffy the Hutt. And that's next week at Lookin for Games. Also new in stock starting next week. These will be available for pickup next week. Thought it was important to get the word out ahead of time. This is the Dungeons & Dragons Rule Expansion Gift Set. It has rules reworkings of 3 key books from the Dungeons & Dragons universe, including Tasha's Cauldron and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. There is an alternate and standard cover. We're going to have both of those available in stock, and we'll be listing those in the comments so that you can pre-order those through the web store to make sure you reserve your copy, because as with everything, stock is a little bit limited, so we try to make sure we get that out there ahead of time so you're not caught unawares. So the Dungeons & Dragons Rule Expansion Gift Set starting next week. Few titles that we've talked about, of course, for Magic the Gathering. Double feature is going to be available next week. For Kickstarter, or from Kickstarter, I should say, Return to Dark Tower and Restoration Games. Also from Kickstarter, Pre-Defer and Green Cloak Games. Vivid Memories, a new board game coming out, as well as a second edition for Galaxy Truckers. So really excited to see that game and the revisions and hopefully repairs that they've made to the mechanics for Galaxy Trucker. So that's our update for this week. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. Feel free to tell others about us because, as I always say, you shouldn't be the only one to suffer. Thank you for watching and have a great day.